Last year, I interviewed my friend Casey Murph. He is a legendary cattleman, horseman, rancher. He used to run the mule rides at the Grand Canyon. I learned something every time I talked to him, so I just wanted to share his story and his wisdom with you guys. He was raising the alarm about a new threat encroaching on rangeland in the American West. Large renewables companies, often foreign-based, are coming in and taking over land grazed by ranchers, turning them into solar and wind complexes. Casey was speaking out for other ranchers when I interviewed him, but lo and behold, just a couple of weeks ago, it happened to him. A solar company called Ørsted, based in Denmark, reached out to him and asked for access to a state allotment they needed to get through one of Casey's locked gates to get there. Casey asked them why. They said they're planning to turn that allotment into a solar complex. They were very confident that the state land department in Arizona was going to give them this lease. That lease has been in Casey's family for 5 generations. There's not a lot of private land in Arizona, according to Casey, so most ranchers do lease land for their operations. He just renewed his 10-year grazing lease with the state, but the state could transfer that lease to this foreign company if they wanted. The lease is under his mom's name, so he thinks that the company didn't realize they were speaking to the lease owner. If you're wondering why a foreign-owned company should be able to end our American farmers and ranchers' ability to earn a livelihood, to make money on our public land, I have the same question. I reached out to the State Land Department for Arizona and Ørsted for comment. Neither of them went on the record with me. I want to be clear, it's not that we need to save Casey or we need to have pity on Casey. This is in our self-interest. We're losing our food producers in this country, and at some point we have to stand up against this trend. We cannot afford to lose people like Casey and his wife Megan and their family. They're a national treasure, and we need more of them. We cannot afford to lose them. If you want to get involved, I ask you to respectfully reach out to the Arizona State Land Department and tell them you do not want grazing leases turned over to foreign entities and ripped out of the hands of the people who feed us in this country. There is plenty of state-owned land that does not have grazing leases attached to it that could be turned into renewables projects if that's really what the state wants to do. Don't take away this rancher's land. These people are our generational land stewards. They know the land. It's in their blood. It's in their bones. You can't replace that kind of generational knowledge and love of the land. I wrote about the story a couple of weeks ago. Secretary Brooke Rollins at USDA has publicly expressed her support of Casey and the Murph family. When I was digging into this case, I came across some pretty interesting information that looks like what could be a serious conflict of interest between some of these companies and certain local leaders in Navajo County.